Bing! We're live. It is the Kent Beck Scrum. It is Sam and Matt. Hey, Matt, how are things going with you?
Hi, very good. Do you want my update?
Yeah. It's been a while. Yeah.
Haven't been doing any programming recently because I'm thinking of kind of changing directions. I've posted on a couple of boards about product management. I'm just learning the terms, product manager, owner,
Sure.
technical product, those all different titles, but
yes,
basically, doing more of the coordination and the planning. So I've researched that, and I might actually go to a training class in Toronto in a couple of weeks. It looks pretty good, and it's not too expensive.
Cool.
So I'll post that just to see before I sign up. Maybe people can tell me. But it looks like after you study, you go to that, you can actually take a certification test. Might be helpful. Because I think I'm pretty good on the technical side. It's just, learning all the terminology and the processes that go with managing products and developing new ones. And so I got that, and then as far as Redeemify, I offered to maybe start applying some of what I learned to get the product going, the product management going, and doing cool technical things too, like deployments and stuff. So I guess I just on Redeemify I got a little. To be honest, I got a little discouraged because it wasn't really going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're finding it difficult to connect with Armando. Yeah, I think we have we definitely have some serious issues with that project that would need to be addressed. Yeah, we can maybe talk about that at the top of the Scrum. And Ryder is here. Ryder. Matt, anything else on your mind, Matt? Before we move on.
No, just those two things.
Yep, good stuff. All right, let's come back to that. Ryder is it? Ryder. How are things going with you?
Things are pretty good. My buddy Tristan just joined AV, and I'm super stoked about it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I just had a thought about this Elixir collaborative pairing platform, Sam, that you've been wanting to build.
Right.
Yeah, and so it would be cool to think about that a little bit more.
Sure.
Because I think it's a really great idea. I don't think enough, video pairing, collaborative stuff happens. I don't think enough actual collaborative matching. And I mean, it's just something I see as a real deficit in tech culture in general, and something that's really helps remediate a whole lot of problems, not just technical problems.
Right.
So yeah, I'd love to support it in any way I can.
Fantastic. Yes. Anything else on your mind? Anything blocking you? Anything else to report?
No. I mean,
doesn't have to be. It's just opportunity. The sort of the Scrum thing that we do. But it can be like you're blocked by the bank, not giving you too many pieces of paperwork or whatever. It doesn't have to be. Or people are saying, "Oh, I haven't done anything." I haven't done anything Agile Ventures. This is an opportunity just to connect with our fellow human beings. Really.
Presently, I'm blocked by using my good insurance benefits for like one of the first times in my life to actually use it to its fullest and go and get acupuncture or chiropractor or whatever, all these good things which could really have a positive impact on my life, and I just don't do them because I have a poor attitude of self-care.
Okay. I have some of that in that I think I find it very difficult to. I got to schedule a dentist appointment, and I keep on phoning up.
I do too. Thanks for the reminder.
I keep on trying to phone up and say, "Can I have it on this day?" And they say no, he doesn't work on Tuesdays. And I'm so I can't. I want to fit it into my schedule, not it just have it on some random day that they offer it to me, and just I don't know. I have an ongoing problem there.
Well, it seems like you should just ping them and see if you can get it on your schedule.
I do. It's I phoned them twice, and I keep suggesting days, and they keep on turning me down and saying no. And then I'm kind of no, I'll phone you back when I've sort of worked out.
If you go out 3 months, what happens?
I think that's what I've worked out that I've got to do. Basically, I'm going to go out kind of almost 6 months and get it and play. It's partly because I want to fit it in with school holidays and different things, and I don't want it to break up. You know, like I have these like sort of 5-6 week chunks where I just really try and get a lot of stuff done. I've realized I've got to go further out. But what's frustrating is like it takes me like a week or two to like psych myself up to actually make the phone call. You know what I mean?
I know. You need an assistant. I need it. Yeah. Well, you don't need an assistant, right? But I feel the same way, and I feel like if I just had an assistant whose job was to keep all my things straight and like make these kinds of appointments and stuff for me, I don't have the money for that right now. No. But you know,
one day. People will value what we do so highly. They'll say, you should have an assistant, and we'll see if that happens. Good stuff. Great to be able to connect with you on those. I'll do my report. So we've just been doing the Ruby mob. We've actually finished the last pattern in Avdi Grimm's book, Confident Ruby. We've got into the last little section on refactoring, which is fun. Excited about the interesting questions. I must pull together all the questions that we kind of have for Avdi through doing the whole mobbing thing in Ruby and sort of and get them. He's given me a special email address to get them off to. That's good. I think my biggest thing right now is I must get the training course for the MOOC ready to go live, because it's supposed to start on Monday, and we've got the MOOC starting in May. We've signed the contract for the NHS Wiki thing, so this is our bigger paid projects by order of magnitude than the Wikimedia EDU, and we had the marketing meeting and we're talking about that, and I'm pulling in Lara and Pat on that as people who are interested in there's people want to know more about that. There's a private channel for that which I'm happy to pull you into if you're interested. And I'm just still struggling with different things. Oh, somebody's phone going there. And I'm going to be going back into NHS Central tomorrow for a whole series of interviews with different people. I'm sort of speaking to all these different stakeholders for the project, and it's a really interesting process of finding out all about how all these non-technical users and how they might be using the product and so on. So bit of a confused. The whole thing's supposed to go live on May the 4th. So all a bit crazy, but good fun. I think that's me. That's my update. Just trying to get through the old backlog of things.
A lot going on.
Mentioned, and if Matt, if you had a phone call, you're still there. Yeah, Redeemify, and one is that there's a changing we're talking nice discussion going on in professional development about project managers. Actually, we had a big discussion in marketing about, I think what we need to do partly in Agile Ventures is provide better support for people being project managers and mentors. So we've got lots of sort of new people kind of floating in because we've got this like $10,000 worth of AdWords from Google, like driving people to our so I'm going to be on Ruby Rogues again next week, and so we've got these people coming in, but what we kind of need is a framework to help the enable people to support the new people coming in and keep on growing. So
I could help with that too.
Yeah.
As I learn more, I'm not really a product manager yet, so
Well, I mean,
by helping.
Yeah. Indeed, that would be extremely helpful. But so Matt, on Redeemify, I mean, the things that I'm kind of like the last 2 sessions I've kind of taken on as interim project manager, and the things that I'm blocked on are, one, code climate. I mean, I'm kind of going through like hoops with code climate, or what are they called, support, to try and get code climate working on the pull requests. I'm sure it will be done. It's just I've got so much else on at the moment. And then the other thing is the production server. So I do have we've moved like at least one of them over to that on Heroku. Like maybe I've got like 5 minutes now. Maybe we can just get this all sorted. Like
I didn't know you did that, because I had set up a production server too, but it's
right. But it was on Strawberry Canyon. But I thought I said like move it over to us, and I've got one thing that looks like the Redeemify server. I got Redeemify prod now in the Agile Ventures charity group.
Oh, okay.
So, but do you also have? Do you have any like? I guess I don't know that I have access to the Strawberry Canyon, but like if you go into your Heroku, Matt, do you see other Redeemify instances? Sorry, say again.
You are an administrator on the team, so you could do everything with the existing.
Right, but I may not have access to individual. The thing is, like for me, like if I in Heroku,
which teams?
Like so I've got here. Oh, I have got Strawberry Canyon. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
go under apps.
Yeah, let me just.
You're an admin.
You can see me like my anguished, snarls of despair. and not just the sound effects. Right. Yes. But so apps there, like, so there's no apps that I'm seeing.
That's
Understood.
odd.
But so if you go, Matt, if
I
you go
think
into
that
your
because
Heroku,
I
can you
took
go
them
into
away
your
because
Heroku and share your screen? Can you go into your Heroku and share your screen?
yeah, let me share my screen because I do see them. Wait. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I must have deleted them because that's the only way I could stop for paying.
Well, that's what I was saying. Don't delete them. Please transfer them to us.
Yeah, you can't do that though. You can transfer the name, but not all the settings and things.
Well, I think you can because I've done it.
You have?
Yeah, lots of times. Anyway, but if they're deleted,
Oh, maybe it's too late then. Maybe you just have to redo them.
yeah, that looks like that's where we are. That's a shame because that's a lot of different bits and pieces. No, I mean I've been regularly moving. I mean, if you're in, there's basically transfer ownership, right? And I mean, it may be like for you for the apps, like you may not have been in one of the organizations, but if you just transfer them to santaku@gmail.com, then I could have then taken them over into another organization.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's too late because it was the first day of the month and I had to stop paying.
Right.
So.
Oh well.
But they shouldn't take too long to set up.
No. Well, we've got instructions to set them up. I mean, I think the thing to do here is like, so how you could immediately help me is I've got Adventures Charity here. If I come into Access here,
yeah,
if I add you as a collaborator here, so what's your email address that you use with Heroku?
it's right on the bottom of the screen there, Matthew.
Oh, we've got you in there already. All right, so maybe you've already we've got you there.
Collaborator.
Okay, and so if I put in here like for Redeemify,
Right.
Redeemify Prod. Okay, so that's in there, and so we don't need that. Let's go back to Adventures Charity. So you should now, if you did I need to press save? If you now if you're in Heroku, you should be able to see this Redeemify Prod app.
Oh, okay. Yes, got it.
Yeah. So that's in our thing.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. So yeah, you could immediately help me.
Oh, it looks like I did transfer it to you because the activity is there for me.
There's some activity, but there's the funny thing is that we don't seem to have any of the environment variables. I mean, I'll just check.
Oh,
Look, well, actually, no. Well, we do have some yeah, it's got like Facebook key, GitHub key. Yeah, it does have the variables. I mean, I was trying to. The reason I question that there is because I was trying to. Oh, let me pull this over here. I was trying to run this in session with Alex yesterday or the day before.
oh.
I mean, I sort of like it's.
I never actually deployed to Redeemify Prod. It was always to QA.
Oh, okay, right. And then so you transferred the prod to me, but the QA has been deleted.
QA's been deleted, and that's the one I had been.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but
deploying.
so I mean, what I would be tempted to do here, like, so yeah, when I tried to work with Redeemify Prod yesterday, I mean, it comes up, we get the code, but and all of the environment variables are set, none of the things were. But maybe it's because everything's expecting it to be Redeemify-QA rather than Redeemify-prod. Like these OAuth things are often attached specifically to the URL, aren't they?
Shouldn't be, but I can look into that maybe.
Well, my experience is that we for the GitHub and Google sign-in that we have on Agile Ventures.
Oh, then the environment file, yeah.
Well, not so much the environment file, but the URLs. Like, I mean, in GitHub, those GitHub keys are associated with things in GitHub, and you've got like your OAuth. What's the URL of the site that you are authorizing for? And so if we've got like staging.agileventures.org, right? I have to like, adjust the key. You can't just like assume it will work for all different versions of the URL, right? You have to have them tied to a particular like domain name, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure where that, except in one of the environment files, but.
Well, I can show you, right? So if I go to GitHub and we look at Agile Ventures, we can like in settings, and then we've got like OAuth applications, like in here, right? Then that's where there's a place to set for a given key what the URL that it works with is.
I never did that for QA, so maybe that's why we never actually got it
working. Maybe
working. I always assume that the keys might not be valid, the ones that Armando gave me.
No. Well, or that they were tied to a different. There is that. My experience over the last several years is that is always the case, and that's at least for the Google and GitHub logins that we have on Agile Ventures. Like, I mean, I just switched the whole thing over to HTTPS, right? The whole of Agile Ventures is now working in HTTPS across the board, and in order for that to work with the login, I had to go in and change the URL for the Google console and the GitHub settings to work with, so that the URL included the S.
Yeah, I never went into where you just pointed, so I think that was never working in QA either. So, because like I said, I assume that the keys, maybe there are problems with them.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, why don't we?
But I can do that.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is we've got Redeemify prod. Yeah, I guess then let me. I want to make a Redeemify staging, but maybe what you could do is have a go at getting Redeemify working on Redeemify prod there.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, this is we've got all the instructions are all in. Oh, I think Alex was pointing me to. I mean, you probably wrote them. This thing about getting them all set up. And have a go at that, and I will help you get it done, and we'll make sure that we have. I think that's part of being the block with the project is we need kind of like an endpoint where we can show it to Armando and get that feedback loop with the stakeholder, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that I think that's wonderful from my point of view, because like I don't have time to set up this environment, but if you can take the lead on it, I'm very happy to help troubleshoot it, and I can look at the code climate thing separately. I mean, I've got this ongoing conversation with the woman. Although what I really want to do is I don't want to be the block on these things, which seems to happen sometimes. Like, just go and find the code climate. We've got this weird thing. I mean, at least let me show you what the block is. In that, so we've got the pull requests, and we've been opening experimental additional ones, and they're just not having the comments from code climate come in there. We've got like 2 checks there, but it's both.
I've never used
there. And I think having the code climate checks is good. We've got like Redeemify appears in a code climate. We can get the information about it, and sort of Alex has been grabbing stuff for it. But at the moment, I don't know, all the things that talk about how to get it to appear on the pull requests they need to be associated with like an organization, and our code climate for the
Do you think you have enough permission on it? Because I might have more than you actually in Strawberry Canyon.
Well, in Strawberry Canyon, I think I spoke to Armando about it. I think I've got all the things. It's doing the calculation. We've got the calculation being done. We can get the information. It's just not being added to the pull requests. I've tried several rounds of this. I'm just looking here for and why is that? I searched for code climate I'm looking at the wrong email address. I think it must be under my other one here. Let's have a look at the latest, what she's said. Here we go. This is the latest from code climate on this. Oh, spinning wheel of strangeness. What are you doing? Don't do that. Here we go. Right. So I mean, I've been going and saying like, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. And then we go, can you check out this doc and run through the steps for pull request integration setup? So pull requests. Yeah, that's what we want. We've got it set up on lots of other things. From your dashboard, mouse over the repository's name and click settings. Organization there. So the dashboard. See, this seems to be the key problem, is that it's not appearing in these by writer to care. I don't know. So I'm gonna reply to.
Does it appear in your other ones?
When you say other ones,
Like a local support or something?
well, local support there. I mean, this one. That one doesn't. They've got integrations. I have a feeling actually that from before with Code Climate, like none of the things at the top level work, like that private stuff. If we go to local support here, yeah, I mean the Code Climate integration works on their analysis, compared to test coverage, integrations. Yeah, so we've got GitHub pull requests there. See this. Let's go back. Yeah, so it's. I think. Yeah, the organization is a red herring because we've got. Let's go back into here. Settings. Integrations. GitHub pull requests. Here we go. Right, but so then it needs a token. A GitHub token with permissions for the repo scope.
For the repo scope.
Okay. So the funny thing, I've also been looking at integrations, and so I've been trying to pull in installed integrations. What is it with all these things? Code Climate. There's no. Yeah, Code Climate. So there's another thing here, and this is like from GitHub, which is, what's this do here? Configure. So I've already like authorized Code Climate on this side, authorized applications. The other day, like I switched on organization access there. And then services, add service, Code Climate.
Installed integrations. I'm looking on GitHub. There's no integrations there, but do you not need that?
So this is the thing, right? I think I can do it from here. So I guess, so I end up getting in both these places where it's asking me for a token, and then this is the one here. Is like click the organization in the top right-hand corner, and get the API token. That's from Code Climate, but I guess this mechanism just doesn't. That works only for the private organizations. But so I guess what I need, if I go back, can I go back to settings on Redeemify? Like GitHub tokens with permissions for the repo scope. I'm just seeing if I can get collaborators and branches of integration.
Find that in GitHub. Where do you get that?
I guess maybe the thing is to put a personal token in there. Or at least if I go to maybe if I go to Strawberry Canyon and settings, okay, and I've got. Can I get a organizations owned integrations, third-party access? Yeah, lots of things are approved.
There are no deploy keys for the. Is it a deploy key or what is it?
I suspect that this is just a standard GitHub token, and I have a feeling that maybe this is the way that I've got it working on local support, is that I've just used like a personal access token. Yes, I can see here I've got for other things, I've got, yeah, I have. So I think what I need to do is I just need to generate, this is a Code Climate for, what is this, Redeemify. And we need permissions for the repo scope. So I'm going to put like public repo access. And you want with permissions for the repo scope, access, deployment status, access commit status. We'll try that one. Okay. So, and then I copy that token and okay. I think what it is, you know, there's a pathway for doing this that involves paying Code Climate, and there's a pathway that involves not paying Code Climate, and that is the one that I've just done now. So that's now saying that works there. So what I could, I think, do there is on Redeemify. What's that mechanism for generating a? We got git empty commit. There we go. There we go. Trigger Code Climate notification. Oh, it's on master. What I want here, it's what did I just call it? Sessions. Git checkout sessions. At git status, git push origin sessions. Okay. Oh, hopefully what that should do is now, no, we want Redeemify. Pull requests. Okay, so that is reopened. And yay!
Oh, hey.
There you go. All right, one thing on my big list of tasks is done. Yes.
The keys.
Yeah. So if you want to try and do get the, you know, production server set up, and
Yes.
then I can, you know, when you run into a wall, let me know, and I'll make sure that it gets unblocked.
Great.
Cool. All right, great stuff, Matt. I've got to run now. I'll catch up with you soon.
Okay. See ya.
Bye for now.